Hello, and welcome to a brand new mod pack. Well, brand new mod pack for us here on the channel. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we're diving into StaTech Industry. And I've checked, that is indeed how you pronounce it. So yeah, hope today's going swell and well for you so far. As for me, it's been coming along. So without further ado, let's dive into another mod pack. So yeah, I went ahead and started building our first base here. You know, I like to at least have something kind of up and going. Just that way it's not a day one I'm punching trees. Sometimes I open mod packs like that. Sometimes I like to build the base. It's really dependent on how I'm feeling. This feels like a slower mod pack, so I felt like building a base was probably a good thing because it gives us, well, somewhere to start from. You'll notice that I don't have a roof yet on this place, and that's kind of on purpose. It's because we're gonna have to go get some terracotta in order to make the blocks that I want to make for the roof. But I just didn't feel like waiting all that time for me to go, mine all those, come back, yada yada yada. So we are going to go ahead and dive in here, and hopefully I'll have some footage that will play out at some point, basically showcasing everything that's happened up to the point of getting this house, because we've been exploring. Basically, that's all that's really happened so far in this world, is we spawned up and then we just explored. And if I'm being honest with you, I'm not even sure where I spawned at. I think it was somewhere over here. Yeah, it was over here. Okay, so we spawned up in an orchard region, and I thought, you know what, honestly, this could probably be the place where I settle my base. And after exploring for some time, I was kind of regretting my decision to not stay. There's a lot of flat spaces. It's really cool over there, honestly. So yeah, maybe I missed a good opportunity just building a base here in Spawn, because I do think that's a very lovely kind of area already. You have this little ruined village over here. It's just kind of nice. But I wanted to see what the world had to offer, and so I started to explore, and I saw that, you know what, there are some interesting biomes thanks to, oh, the biomes you'll go, or biomes oh plenty, one of those mods, you know, it's one of the biome mods. And so, yeah, we just kept on exploring, essentially. I found a couple of villages. There are waystones in this mod pack, so that's kind of nice. I'm able to save those locations. But yeah, we've seen some interesting structures, and again, hopefully the video plays at some point, basically highlighting everything that we ran across, both good and bad, because it was a slew. And basically we finally landed ourselves here within this prairie region. Now I'm no foreigner to prairie region. I really like these areas in. I really should figure out which biome mod it is. Let's see. Biome. No. Oh, the biomes you'll go. That's the mod. So yeah, I really do like this biome specifically. It tends to be rather flat. Sure, you have a lot of prairie grass that kind of grows, but it's okay. I like kind of chopping that away and building my empire into the grass and sort of slowly watching it recede. So yeah, a lot of villages have been found. There's even an ocean monument out here that we found. Dark Oak mansion over here. So a lot of cool stuff for us to go back and later explore. A couple of applied energistic comets, I guess, if you will. A well that you can jump into that has a special effect. So there's a lot of stuff that we found, but for the large majority, basically all we've done is explore villages, which is why I have some odds and ends, such as having iron and emeralds and redstone and all this kind of stuff already. It's because, well, villages have all this stuff. I even found a village that had some copper blocks, which is pretty nice. So we have a lot of copper to get us started here. All of these blocks over here are going to be mob drops, so like meats and all that kind of stuff. I even found some fermented spider eyes in one of the villages, which was pretty cool. And then just sort of building blocks that I've been experimenting with, blocks that were used to build this sort of starter bit of a base. Yes, the chandelier will eventually be connected, fear not. And let's see what we got over here. Plants, so ton of plant stuff with expanded delight in here, farmer's delight, a lot of good stuff that we'll be able to dive into and eat, hopefully. And then some basic wood stuff. So kind of a basic little setup here. I did go ahead and make a cobblestone generator. I think this was very helpful in building this base because it meant I didn't have to go mine all this cobblestone. Obviously, this cobblestone mine kind of stops short, but yeah, very grateful to have found so much iron from villages. So I do recommend going and searching villages if you're looking for some easy and early iron. Now, as for the cobblestone generator, it's made kind of how you would expect one to be made, with some lava and some water, some cobblestone blocks, and then some kind of input stuff. And again, this mod pack is going to be on Fabric. Typically, we play Forge mod packs, or Neo Forge, as that is now a new loader as well. But this mod pack is on Fabric. Sorry, hold on. Awesome. So, sorry for the little screen flash there. It just means that some mods are going to work differently because they're technically different mods made for a different loader. Some mods are going to be new because, well, they're on a different loader, right? So these mods won't exist on Forge and vice versa. So some things are just going to be new by design, which is kind of nice. We don't oftentimes play Fabric mod packs, and I felt like this would be a very fun one. Also, for those of you wondering, this mod pack is going to be focused around modern industrialization. Now, this excites me because y'all know that we played on this mod back on, oh, what was it? Neo something. It was an FTB mod pack, but it was a fun one. I really enjoyed modern industrialization. It kind of gets close to Greg Tech type stuff. Say that 3 times fast, but it's not quite so in depth, we'll say. Grindy. I don't know, however you want to put it. But you still get that feel of large industrialization without having to use immersive engineering or create, because we've been doing a lot of create stuff, and oftentimes you don't get immersive engineering without create. There is create in this pack, but it's kind of just like a stepping stone than a huge piece, at least as far as what I've seen. So once we get past the first little bit, we will be hopping out of create. That's my plans, at least, to get out of it as soon as possible, because yeah, I'm kind of getting a little tired of it. We've been doing it a lot, and I'd like to do something different. So with that being said, let's take a look now at our quest pack. So hold on, let's go back to welcome. And we'll do this thing correctly. Probably what I should have done whenever I started the video, but that's okay. Hello and welcome to StaTech Industry. This quest book will be your guide through the entirety of the pack. Progression is broken down into chapters. You must complete all the required quests in one chapter to advance to the next. Don't worry about losing the quest book. You can access it by using a hotkey. Completing quests gives you XP and items. Cool. Main focus of this pack is modern industrialization, a GregTech-like mod. I really should have read this first. That will have you building complex item processing lines and lots of automation. Man, I can't tell if I'm good at describing things or me and this guy are just on the same page, or female. I don't know who wrote this. Don't be afraid of the mention of GregTech, as MI has a lot of changes to make playing through it much easier. Such as removal of individual tiered machines. You can choose to overclock machine speeds as you progress. Removal of the half-dozen tedious tools in early game crafting. A powerful pipe system that you get access to very early. And ways of generating resources without having to leave your base. And this is all true. Modern industrialization, I feel like, does a fantastic job of balancing grind with reward and automation. And I think I said this in the other mod pack we played. It really, it's becoming one of my more favored mods, I'd say. I saw it in ATM 10 a little bit. We used it. And I think me seeing it over and over again in that kind of inspired me to want to come back to this. So main progression is provided in the chapter section. The entries below, the side chapters, and mods section are helpful mods added in the pack that aren't required to beat the pack. They may not be required, but they can be very helpful. And he's talking about these right here, side chapters. So the artifacts, create mod, world of food, which we'll get into. There's a lot of it. Twilight Forest, I'm not a huge fan of. It really got overdone in like the 1.12 Minecraft age, and I'm still a little held back from that. I'm not gonna lie, because it was just in every single mod pack. You had to go there, you had to fight the same bosses and do the same like routine stuff, but there was a lot of it, so it's just kind of a lot to get into. We may go back through it. We'll see. I like the fact that it's a side chapter, not a main chapter. World of Magic, Spectrum, Wizards, and Spellblades. All of those sound fairly cool and fairly new. So as long as they're fairly easy to get into, or some detailed descriptions are left, then I don't mind getting into that. And then this is kind of more utility stuff that's comes from all kinds of stuff. Like there's chisel in the pack. There's cobblestone generators. So this stuff is good to... There's camera. That's pretty cool. Oh, it's not even that expensive. You know what? We may get into that. Computer craft, maybe not so much. The stone wand, I'm not a huge fan of. Oh, press Y to open their configuration. Maybe I haven't been using it correctly, because it's only been using one at a time. So, oh my goodness. Maybe that's what I was doing wrong. We'll play around with this. This actually looks really cool. So maybe I've been using it wrong. I didn't realize this was a thing. What? Yeah, I'm gonna have to read into that. Anyways, I retract. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh yeah, this is pretty good. Nifty. Anyways, I'll explore that off camera and come back and explain it all to you. So let's go back to welcome and let's finish reading, because there is a lot here, but all of it does truly exist to help you understand either how the mod pack works or additional tips on how to play through general mod packs, which I really like packs like this where they really take the time to make sure you understand. If not for me, then for everyone else. In the chapters, quests are separated between required and optional. Optional quests have a circular border while required ones are square. Y'all can read this. This is basically just telling you additional things to look for when you're progressing. I'm not going to read that because I already know it. Altered origin. Ore generation is altered in this pack as of 1.1. It now mimics closer to origin you would find in GregTech. There's a quest in the first chapter that goes into more detail. Okay. Prospector's Pick. I am familiar with that. Figured it would be a good idea to point it out here before anyone got confused as to why they couldn't find ores while caving. So that makes sense. We won't be finding ores in the standard sense, so it would seem. Some kind of mob back there staring at me? I don't see one. And I don't know if that makes it scarier or less scary. Sometimes this grass is a little too easy for things to hide in. Obviously, I still can't see whatever the hell is over there. So maybe it's a spider. Anyways, let's hop back in here. Simple voice chat. I mean, I don't have anybody to talk to. It's okay. I talk to myself. I don't need anybody else. I talk to you, the audience. And have several voice cracks along the way. Hold on, I gotta get some water. All right, throughout your progression in this quest book, you will earn static coins. These can be used to craft certain materials you may be needing in your adventure. The coins are only rewarded for mainline quest progression for balance, and you will gradually earn more valuable coins as you progress. Check REI for a list of what you can make with the coins. Will do. Void Dimension. Want a peaceful place filled with nothing to build your factory? We may use this in the future. The Void Portal block, when right-clicked, will teleport you to a Void Dimension. Here you can build out a platform to construct all the processing lines and automation you'll need to progress. Note that you will be placed in the Void Dimension at the same coordinates you use the portal. Best to move your portal if it's overlapping with someone else's base. So, again, this is something we'll use in the future. I don't even want to place this down yet because I'm not entirely sure where we'll place it. But think Skyblock. It essentially gives you a Skyblock platform to spawn upon and build out from there. I really like the idea of building into the world here. So that's what we're going to do for right now. We may go through and do some base building in the Skyblock zone. And especially if we're going to do like big automation, maybe that's where we want to do it at. But for right now, we're going to be building in the overworld. Oh, the biomes you'll go. This pack includes it. As its primary world generation, this mod adds new biomes, tools, ores, food, and blocks. Yes, it is very nice. Better combat. This mod pack includes simply swords and better combat. Together, these overhaul the combat of vanilla Minecraft completely and offer a broad variety of weapons to try out. This is really cool. I've been waiting to do this for when we got on here, so I think I want to go with the Warglaive. It just looks really cool. I'm not sure as far as damage, output, and all that, but you know, complete honestly, I don't really care. I think the Iron Claymore or something like that might be the best because it's got some really good range. The Iron Great Axe. I'm not sure about the Great Hammer because it just won't tell me. But or the Halberd, that's attack range of 4. Goodness, that's probably the best thing you're gonna get right there, right? Attack range of 4. Maybe we go with the Iron Halberd. 1.2 attack speed. That's not even that slow. This thing is a 2.6 attack range. I also thought about doing the twin blade, kind of like Star Wars saber. Let's go with the halberd. I want to see just how far out we can reach with this bad boy. Shing, shing. Oh, that's really cool. There's like different attack animations. Oh, are there different ones for... No, I don't think which direction I'm going really matters. It just kind of does a random one, but this is really cool. All right, so keep that on hand. Let's do that. Okay. All right. Spice of Life. This pack includes the mod Spice of Life, or Spice of Fabric, sorry. Originally, I was going to mimic GregTech New Horizons food system, requiring you to change up what you eat, but that's just mean. So instead, this mod rewards you for trying different foods. Every 5 unique foods eaten, you will be granted an additional heart. That's really useful, and that's why we will be getting into the food bit. Inventory profiles. I'm not going to do this. There's a lot of stuff on the back end. I'm just, you know. Do it if you want to, read all that if you want to. It's just basically a way for you to set up different inventory presets, but I'll manage my inventory. Try and find an item in your sea of chests. You can press Y. This mod's actually pretty common, and a lot of people just don't ever notice it or don't ever use it. I'm one of the people that don't ever use it, and probably will continue to do so. But yes, you can press Y and hover over an item in your inventory and it'll highlight it in the surrounding chest. Logical zoom. This is what I've been using to zoom in on my face. Press C and you zoom in. You can stack this effect with the spyglass and zoom in even further. So, boop, boop. I like it because it allows me to point stuff out, like focus stuff more, you know, if I'm talking about the cobblestone generator or the cobblestone in this barrel drawer, which is extended drawers. It's not functional. It's not storage drawers. So this is an entirely different drawer mod. I know you thought you'd seen it as many as you could possibly ever handle. Trust me, there's more drawer mods than one could ever imagine. There is shaders in this, which hopefully, if I'm mindful, if I can remember, basically, we'll be using that for some of the videos that we do, some of the, you know, non-gameplay aspects. So again, hopefully I'll remember that. Journey map. N creates a waypoint, J to open the all your waypoints, and M to open the map. We're very familiar with journey map, but again, I like a mod pack that breaks down everything, because if you're new to mod packs, if you're new to modded Minecraft, this is the kind of pack that you want to play, because I mean, as you can see, they've done a very excellent job of breaking everything down bit by bit. This is how REI works. We know how, but again, if you don't, go through that. Automate everything. This is just telling you, modern industrialization, like Greg Tech, you're going to benefit from crafting more stuff. If you think you need a stack, craft 4 stacks. And you'll probably need more than that, but you'll see what I mean as we go on. Early game may seem easy enough to brute force, but once you start getting to the electric and mid-game chapters of this mod pack, you're going to run into a lot of problems if you didn't automate anything. In general, if you find a way to automate producing something, you should do it. Ah, our ears. And of course, as per the usual, if you are new to modded Minecraft, if you're new to the mod pack scene, one, sorry for that sound. It's glorious and also ear busting if you're not prepared. 2, get used to it, because every time you complete a chapter, that's the sound you're going to hear, and it feels very rewarding when it does happen, but it can throw you off a little bit. So we have also gotten a couple of artifacts already that we found from the villages. This one in particular is really nice. Decreases the trading prices of villagers. And this one threw me off for a very long time. I didn't come read this note. I was just like, man, why do I keep sinking? You will sink to the bottom and can take fall damage in water. But you can also move unimpeded. You can sprint through water. It's kind of cool. So yeah. Utilities. We got the cobblestone gin. I did make the stone wand. Oh, I mean, you gave me a sword. So this one kind of repetitive, but that's okay. And then getting started. We punched trees. We did that. We did punch a lot of trees. Promise you. Drawers. Oh, they give you the drawer lock. That's really cool. And random chapter rewards. This can be really interesting. I like when there's gated rewards, or there's like rewards that are based on where you're at, instead of just giving you like a very in-game item immediately, or giving you absolutely nothing when you are in the end. You know, it kind of makes the rewards feel more meaningful. Just by placing some drawers next to each other, you have created a simple network. However, that network doesn't do anything yet. To interact with your network, you can craft an access point. It allows you to insert items into the drawers they belong in automatically, instead of having to do it by hand. So this is very much like all the other drawers type mods, but the drawer access point is going to be basically the controller. Honestly, that's not even that expensive, so probably will be using drawers pretty early on. But I think there's also, yes, Tom's Simple Storage mod. It's going to be a godsend for the early game. You got that right. As you won't have access to an implied Energistics 2 network until electronic circuits. That makes sense. The inventory connector acts similarly. Yeah, we know how. Ooh, but you do require a diamond, so we'll get into that when we can. For now, I think we're going to go into the time to mine. This is just get cobblestone, right? And then tells you about a trash can. Spikes, this is how we can set up a mob farm, but we'll be getting into this stuff as we get into it. I don't know why you want the crafting station here, because it retains items when you place it down. That's basically what it does. But so does this one, so I'm not real sure. They said it may get access to accessing storage on the side in the future. I guess we can check that out. It is not. So yeah, I guess it does nothing. Oh, but it does take away. Actually, it does negative effects because it takes away the ability to have all the crafting options on the side, as you'll see when I place this back down. See, now we can rotate, balance, clear, continuously craft. I don't know what that does, but yeah, so don't make the crafting station. It does less than nothing. It does something bad. All right, time to mine. While traversing your world, you might have noticed small pebbles placed around the surface called samples. These samples are indicative, of a larger ore deposit below them. That's right, Greg Tech like origin is in this pack, and you will need to find varying ore deposits together. Oh my goodness, this is like the longest sentence ever. Hold on, we gotta go to sleep. Don't worry, once you find it, it will last a while. Also, it is worth noting that there aren't many types of ores for a single type of material. An iron vein will have iron ore and no other iron ore like ores like Greg Tech. So yeah, Greg Tech will have like iron, and then I don't know what the other ones for iron are, but there's like 1 or 2 different versions that also smelt into iron. So this is saying there will be an iron sample for iron. So makes sense. To make finding these ore deposits easier, there is the prospector pick. Right-clicking with this will show you a notification of what ores can be found nearby or below you. Need to find a specific ore? You can click the block in REI and check the information tab to see which ore vein it spawns in. For example, this is what that tab looks like for nickel. So it says found in iron ore veins, what range it's in, size, biome, weight, all that kind of stuff. A complete breakdown of these values is as follows. Range, the Y level range the vein can generate. Size, the size of the vein does not correlate to how many blocks are in the vein. Okay. Dimension, which dimension, biome, weight, the generation weight of this specific vein. Blocks, the ores within the vein, blah, blah, blah. Please note you might have to scroll to see all the ores in a vein. Also note that the tooltips in the ore blocks are misleading. Okay, hold on. Also note that the tooltips on the ore blocks are misleading. Only trust the information from the information panel. Okay, so only trust this information is what it's telling you. The only ores not changed are from Spectrum. Internet? Goodness me, they're getting into Minecraft. Prepare for create. For those of you who don't like create, I've kept the create requirements low for the pack. You can choose to pursue create further after you pass the parts where it is required, but fully progressing in create is not needed to beat the pack. All right. Oh, wait. I did forget to do this. So this will give us the prospector's pick, some experience, and a random reward. Come on. Dad needs a new pair of shoes. Not actually. Chocolate pie. Well, you may not know this, but that might as well be a new pair of shoes for me. Oh, goodness. Okay. Ate that fast. But I'll take it with speed. I got a need for speed. That. Okay, so let's see what these static coins turn into. Zinc, topaz, tin, rubber sapling. That's actually probably very helpful. Iron ore, coal, rare static, so you can upgrade it, kinda. Citrum, andesite, interesting, amethyst. And I think that's it. And then these rare ones just give you more rare stuff. Diamonds. Okay. If all else fails, I know where I'm getting my diamonds from. Interesting. So they just keep upgrading, kinda. Tungsten, uranium. Yeah. But these are probably limited, right? So we can... Oh, my goodness. These give you space breathing. Wow. Soulbound, mending, specific enchantments. Okay. Very interesting indeed. For now, we'll leave that in there. The Charm of Sinking, I'm not going to wear for the time being. And yeah, I think getting some iron would be beneficial to us. Pocket trash can. Oh, interesting. There's also a trash can up here, though. So I guess we don't really need this. Those with decoration blocks. All right. So, with all that being said, welcome to StaTech Industry. My plan is to have a lot of large automation. So these are the samples that it was telling us about. And if I come over one of these and is it right click? Yeah, found in this area. Ruby, redstone, cryptic redstone, deep slate, ruby. So if I keep going down, we will find redstone. But I more so kind of want to find some iron because we need to actually get into, well, I guess we need to find andesite first off because we need to get into some create. So that being said, I suppose we should go mine down in our little hole here. Now, this mod pack also does not have vein mine. Oh, also, I got to fix the audio. It's just sort of been me playing, so I haven't really had to worry about how loud this stuff is. Stuff's still very loud. Let's turn this down a little bit more. Sorry if it's booming in the beginning of the video now. That's going to be setting my audio all kinds of off. That might be a little quiet. There we go. Hopefully that's the sweet spot. If not, y'all let me know. If there's ever anything wrong with the audio or the video, please let me know in the comments below, because I don't know if you don't tell me. I don't go back and watch my my videos maybe as often as what I should. Maybe it should be something I get more into, but that's okay. All right, so I wonder if I can search andesite and it'll give me a good estimate as far as where I can find this stuff as well. So we can use common static coins, not too shabby. There's not an information tab on this. What is this though? Loop tables. Okay. And how much andesite do you want? You want 32? Takes 2 static coins. So I think we may just go use our static for it. We'll see. Let's dig down a little bit further. People are probably yelling at me saying, don't use static for, don't use the coins for andesite. But I mean, if it lets us get progressing, why not? Actually, let me move that up one. Because, yeah, I don't want to be here all day mining. Without Ultimine, I mean, honestly, going down to find andesite could take us quite some time. Maybe this is something I should have done off camera, but I'd done enough work that I was like, oh, I should really get into a video if I'm going to keep progressing here. I also didn't want to knock out any like really early on quests because I was like, well, I kind of want to go through this mod pack bit by bit. I know a lot of times I kind of jump ahead, and we're going to try to kind of avoid that. I won't try to jump ahead too much, but I will try to get in the automations and get in the machines built and that kind of stuff off camera. That's my plan at least. So we'll see. Y'all give me 1 second here. All right, we are back. And yeah, we got limited time, so to speak. I mean, not even so to speak, just literally. We have limited time to finish out this episode. So yeah, we may just use our static bucks, static coins, whatever they're called, to buy some andesite. This takes us a little too long to find it naturally, and it may because there are alternate ore gens and stone gens. Yeah, let's see what it costs to just craft this, because I think it's only going to be 4 static coins, and if we already have, we have 3. Let's see, we have 3. Let's see if we can't find another quest we can complete. Oh, there we go. Well, that was very easy. All right, so to make andesite, I think it's just like that. Boom, bam. Slime boots. What? Oh, we must have just gotten some from a quest. Cool. Unbreakable slime boots. Well, this is even better than those because this is 2 armor, 1 toughness. And we don't take fall damage. Now, is it standard slime boots and the fact that whenever I jump off something high, I bounce? Let's see. Yes. All right, beautiful. Now, I think there's a hang glider too, so I would expect there to be a slime sling. Oh, goodness. All right, well, that'll be fun. Should make traveling a bit easier as well. All right, so for that, we also get 1 coin back. So it really only costs us 3 coins to do that. I don't feel bad about that. Now, andesite alloy is made typically using, either zinc or iron. We're going to use iron to make ours. Whenever I find it. There we go. And we need, I think, 8 of them, so 2 should be enough. We'll go ahead and make 9 just because we have enough there. All right, andesite. This is going to go ahead and give us the wrench, the goggles, more coins, more experience, and a random reward, which is inventory cable. Nice. So we at least have some of that for free, which, I mean, it's pretty cheap to craft anyways, but that's okay. We'll put that over here with the wood stuff. And the goggles, face slot. Maybe right there. Oh. Right on. Now we're looking really funky with our halberd, our farmer's hat, our iron helmet, and our engineer's goggles. Not to mention our slime boots, doctor's outfit, and leather tunic. My goodness, we are truly out of place. All right. Cogs are the basics of rotational power. Of course, we know this. You will need them to transfer kinetic forces. Don't worry, we'll make a generator to use soon enough. The generator is what I'm excited for. So I think it said we needed 4 small, 4 large. So let's go ahead and get that real quick. If I remember appropriately, that's the shaft. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Awesome. Give me something good. It gave us a placard. Frame your items in brass. No! Well, it gave us some decorational bits. Okay. Nice. Nice. Okay. Rotational power wants us to get to the water wheel. Basically, we're trying to get to the mechanical press. I think that's, and the mixer, so we can get bronze. Is bronze required for the forge hammer? It is. Okay. So yeah, once we get to the forge hammer, we should be out of create, essentially. Mostly, hopefully. All right, so the water wheel is pretty easy. It's just going to require a shaft. Most things in this create mod require shafts. I don't know if you've realized this or not. I don't know if anybody's realized this, but it is what it is. That. Let's get the, I think it's just going to want the small water wheel for the quest. Yeah, but I actually like using the large water wheel. It can hold a little bit more stress, I think. And we are just getting quest completions left and right. Andesite casings, that's right. Let's go ahead and do that as well. So I know we're moving through this pretty quickly, but like I said, create mod, not what I'm looking to focus the series on. We've been doing a lot of it. So if you do want to see us do a create playthrough, go back and watch our super flat create. That was a pretty good series where we dove into it and got all the way through a lot of the mechanics of it. Well, some of the mechanics. There's a lot of mechanics to create. All right, mechanical press. Metal plates are going to be very important moving forward. To make them, you're going to need a create mechanical press by placing certain ingots below the press and supplying the press rotational force. On the side, it will start pressing the ingots into plates. And we're going to get some iron plates from this, but we're going to need a block of iron to make this. And I don't think... Yeah, we have 7 iron. Isn't that a pain in the ass? That's fine. Because that gives us a good reason on why we should sort of segue from this episode and into... Oh, goodness. Every time I step out of my door and I see that flag, it worries me. We've already had a couple of these guys visit us. But yeah, that's going to segue us into the end of this episode. I wish I could have gotten all the way through create with everything, but having that stopping point with iron is perfectly fine as well. Like I said, we don't have too long to dive fully into this episode just in my time right now recording this. So I do hope you've all enjoyed this episode 1 and this little toe dipping into this mod pack. If so, please be sure to leave a like down below. Comment in the comment section one thing that you are most excited for with this playthrough, or comment on, you know, how you're planning on tackling this mod pack. Of course, subscribe if you're new here. You want to see more awesome content from yours truly. Share this out with friends, family, strangers down the street, random people you might meet. Walking on the beach, walking to get something to eat, walking. All right, I'm done. As per the usual, I do hope you all stay safe, stay awesome, and stay crafting. Until next time, you beautiful, beautiful people, peace out.